Well, they've been fighting for the community for 50 years. They are not about to stop now. And that's why you can see the people that are here are not those in government. Because you can see very well that our commitment is basically to the people of Nigeria. And the newspaper has been doing this for 50 years, and they are not about to stop now. And they are pioneers in so many areas. They pioneered the pastry girl. They also pioneered moving to business and politics. They are the first people to balance being light and being heavy at the same time. And because most of the people there will simply push all this to the weekend. But Punch was the one that was doing it virtually every day. And that's why the paper is now the most balanced paper you can get in Nigeria today.
Baba, your left, use your left, don't use your right. All right, photographers, let's go. Are we good? You can't stand up on the side. Let me break this. Okay. So take the picture. DJ, can you break it down? These were people who met Lord Lugard one-on-one. These people here were there when Nigeria was named Nigeria. These ones avoided slave trade. These ones went to school without shoes. Dear Lord, they will have made Moses.
Well, in the days of the battle for free speech, when the military were at the aim of affairs in Nigeria, Punch was there on the side of the people. In the days of all the struggles that we have had, Punch was there for the people. It's a newspaper loved by everyone. It's a newspaper that people feel is their voice. It's a newspaper that the man on the street identifies with. So I feel that for Punch, the contribution, you cannot begin to just enumerate them one after the other. It's huge. Look at what is going on in the world of journalism. Everything now is digitalized. Everything is changing. It's no longer a newspaper that you see in print form. You also see it in digital form. And Punch has been able to keep his head above the water. He's been able to stay afloat despite the challenges. And so many newspapers have come up in all those years. So many of them have died, but Punch has always been there. It's resilient. It's full of courage. It's also an enduring legacy by all of the people who work there. That the people who are working there today, they see that legacy as something that they must keep, and that is what we are seeing tonight. So tonight, you have seen all manner of people here, elders, young people, journalists, professionals, traditional rulers, people from the academic world. It's because of the resilience that Punch has shown. It's because of the character that Punch has shown. It's because of the leadership that Punch has shown. And that is the link between Punch and Lagos State. The resilience. People feel you are falling, yet all of a sudden you just rise and begin to float and fly. And I will commend that to everybody. The story of Punch is a story of courage.
I'm sure, for example, if President Obasanjo knew I was going to speak, he probably would have waited because, not to the end, because there is a tale of two about the war front. When my brother went to see me as chief accountant of National Bank, something happened, and I was teasing with it. He might not have liked it, but that's another matter. Now, you find that in these matters, it is always government people, government appointees, political holders, who are given recognition as functions. But there are people who are not government functionaries, who are done very, very well in their respective ways. So, I have a list of some people who I personally invited and I would like to just mention their names. I'm not going to talk about their achievements, because if I start doing that, then I will exceed my 15 minutes. So if they want, if they are under 80, no, if they are under 85, then they can stand up if they want. I've deliberately done that to exclude both things, to exclude Prince Adedoyin and Prince Adedoyin. First on the list here, of course, obviously, is Prince Samuel Adedoyin. And his wife, Mrs. Toyin Adedoyin. My aburo, Nike, has been introduced more than once, but I will reintroduce her because she enjoys being introduced. She's Dr. CON. Mr. Bola Adewale, there is no week I will not speak at least twice. My personal friend. Professor Ni Oshutogo. Professor Mrs. Bolanle Oshutogo and his wife. I haven't seen their Kimbermans. I don't think they are here. He and his wife. But he told me today, in the afternoon, that he might not be able to come. Zegua is not here to discuss. Professor Kayode Odushote. I left her towards the end because if I don't call her, then she will take her daughter from my son. She's my son. So I've been on the board for half of my life. Of which I was chairman for 24 years. I have taken the permission of the family that when I am 80, I shall return from the board. I thank all those who are here, not only those who are invited, all those who responded to invitations to honor us here. Thank you very much indeed. I know there will still be a vote of thanks at the end, but from what I've said, you can see that perhaps my making my own special vote of thanks is not inappropriate. Thank you very much.
I think just being a news leader, a paper that is never afraid to write the truth, regardless of whose ox is God. My own interaction, of course, came with Punch in about 1988 when I met my wife. So, but before then, long before then, they had already been the news leader. So basically, regardless of who's in power, they say the truth. And that's why everybody always checks with the Punch for authentic news. Well, the beautiful thing is that my late wife's father was the pioneer, publisher, and founder of Punch. And over the years, two of his brothers have taken over the company. Two of his children have taken over the company. One of his first daughter is the current chairman, and Punch has never changed. It's like a DNA. You know, there's a DNA in that paper that is all about the truth, and they've maintained it over the past 50 years. I think they deserve commendation.
The Punch, before I go into the toast proper, please permit me to say just one word. There is a famous journalism teacher, a Unilag professor, Professor Rab Akinfelede. I'm sure some of us in this room used to be students. He often says that when we go to that there will be no need for engineers. Nobody will be there to be putting any machine together. There will be no need for architects because the place is full of very beautiful mansions and you don't need to build anything. There will be no need for doctors because nobody is going to get ill. No disease, no COVID-19, nothing at all. There will be no need for drivers because you won't be going anywhere. You won't be talking about flight delays and all such problems. But at 11, there will be need for journalists. Because the man in the east will want to know what is going on in the north. The one in the north will want to know what is going on in the west. And I am sure from what I've seen tonight, the assemblage of eminent people seated here, our elders and journalists, I know that when it gets to that stage, the punch will be there. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to propose a toast to resilience, a toast to agility, a toast to courage, a toast to free speech. On behalf of all the journalists who are here, our elders and everybody who is a lover of free speech, I would like to say that in the next 50 years, by the grace of God, those who will be reading the Punch at that time will also be reading the story of courage and resilience. And on that note, I would like to wish the Punch many years of good, robust, strong journalism in the interest of the people. Thank you so much, everybody. Raise your glass.
Currently work for Globalcom, but I've been across all areas of communications. Started from AIT, went to the advertising agencies before I bettered at Globe. Well, let me say fearless journalism. Punch is fearless. They are also very professional, about the most professional newspaper in the country. And then they also give quality, an edge. Very qualitative, very professional. Then is the widest circulating paper. So that attends to all those professional ethics they have been holding. Well, newspapering is dying, but Punch is still holding its own. So with the kind of structure they have in place, I'm sure they will still continue to do well.
An interview I had with him that, whatever they were thinking to name Punch, that name Punch. And Punch has punched for 50 years and will continue to punch in the next 50 and the next 50 and the next 50. And so, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment. I very quickly would ask.
So, all these editors, only one woman.
No, we have lots of women, but we're saying here to it.
So where are they?
A number of them are outside the country. Do you need to fill out their names?
So that people will know that it's not.
Oh, absolutely. So this is not tokenism. I beg your pardon. This is.
Because when you get this video,
please call on the MD Emeritus, Mr. Ademola Oshinubi. These are editors of editors. Please a round of applause as I bring them off stage. And also, the current editor-in-chief, Punch Nigeria Limited, the managing director, Mr. Adedoyin Joseph. Can we please have you right here on the platform? Ademola Oshinubi. Is there? Oh, I apologize.
where is the editor of Evening Punch?
Is that?
Evening Punch.
I should never remember that.
No, we used to have Evening Punch.
I don't mind. Okay, I think we're waiting for the MD Mr. Adedoyin. Are we aware that he's in here?
Don't worry, there are editors. We will have his picture. We will have his picture later.
We'll Photoshop his picture in there.
Picture later.
Okay, please, now again. And so, sir, I said before you came, what we're doing is to spell punch. Right. And who better to do it than from the platform to the audience? So give me and what do we have? Pow! Please take the biology and
The chairman of Bond, our emeritus chairman, all the directors and shareholders of Bond, our distinguished guests, my colleagues in management, ladies and gentlemen. I know that there is an after party, and I'm aware that some people can't wait to get onto the dancing floor. So I'm going to make this short in order not to cut short their expectations this evening. The chairman described this event as an opportunity for Punch to repay a fraction of the debt that we owe you all for your long-standing loyalty, support, and patronage. The chairman's words could not have been truer, because this is a debt that built and was built for over 5 decades. For as long as you continue to believe in Punch and the vision of our founding fathers, we shall not fail to acknowledge you and your daily contributions to our success. So on that note, I say a big thank you to all our distinguished and honored guests for sparing the time and creating the opportunity for us to show our appreciation to you all.
I'm ecstatic, happy, and proud. As you would know, I am the chairperson of the planning committee, and it has been such an arduous task, actually. You know, considering, we started preparations for everything we've done this entire week in January, and we've done this much, we've been able to accomplish this much. I'm so proud, and I know my father will be equally proud. First of all, my father had a dream that the legacy must continue. That's one. Two, it's one thing to dream it, and it's another thing for someone else to help make it come true. With what it was, the driving thing was the determination and the oneness and the unity to recognize the goal, a common goal that we were all striving to achieve. So what that means is that there should be no fighting, no bickering. It's a family business, and these things are very inevitable. But you have to tell yourself that to look at the bigger picture, that the other person is not the enemy. The other person is not the enemy. You are supposed to work together as allies to reach that goal, because we're all aiming towards that goal, and that has been our driving force. And then there's the principle that has been, the principles that have been laid down, even before us, which we have continued to uphold. The integrity, the principle, the loyalty, the fearlessness, the truth in reporting, the truthfulness in reporting, and all these things have helped to keep us going and has helped to keep us thriving. Everything keeps evolving. The beauty of Punch is that we evolve with it. We will not be left behind. We will continue to raise the bar. When you think you've caught up with us, we've moved a step ahead again. So it's like it's going to be difficult to catch up with us. So what I'm saying in essence is that we are already facing the future. Already now, we already have a roadmap towards the next 50 years. You know, so we don't relent, we don't stay in one spot, and this is what everyone should be looking out for. We have a new set of audience. We have a new audience, and that's the Gen Z, the Gen Alpha. You know, they're coming up. We have to make sure that we cater to these people using their own tools, what they identify with, and this is the direction which we're going. This is the digital age we're in now, and we continue to strive to stay ahead, to be futuristic, and to make sure that no generation comes from the future to say those people are old school, they're behind. We will always keep abreast of everything.
Thank you. Thank you, everyday lecturer. Give it up, okay, thank you. And I can say this, parents, their hearts, check like the wife of the past MD and the
We sure hope you enjoyed this video. For more entertaining video content such as behind the scenes of music videos and movies, music concerts, premieres, interviews, and exclusive gists, subscribe now to our YouTube channel GoldmyneTV and be unleashed into a world of super excitement.